welcome to day 2 of Lakme Fashion Week Summer Resort 2017. Today we have a lot of designers with us, so if I go around somewhere, please excuse me. We have Reincarnation Shraddha Jadhav. We have Wandering Whites from Gauri Patari. I was a Sari, Stefano and Natalie. The Stitching Project, Fiona Wright, Praveen Nayak, Jambu Deep, Shubhi Sachan, and Curio Megha Rao. I think if all of you could just introduce yourselves and just basically talk about your collection, I think the media would love to know more about it.
स्मृति दीक्षित, स्मृति दीक्षित, और जो मैंने बनाया है वो एक्सेसरीज है मैक्सिमम वेस्ट क्लॉथ के, और वो मटेरियल जो कि स्टिचिंग के लिए यूज़ होता है प्लास्टिक, उनको यूज़ करके या रिंग्स रिबिट्स वो सारे यूज़ करके ज्वेलरी बनाते हैं। तो मुझे लगता है कि एस्थेटिक के लिए मटेरियल की ज़रूरत नहीं है, और ये जो मटेरियल वेस्ट है उनको इसको यूज़ कम करना चाहिए। जो वेस्ट निकल रहा है, जो गार्बेज हम प्रोड्यूस कर रहे हैं, दूसरा उनको ज़्यादा समय तक यूज़ करना चाहिए। तो ये बहुत ही ब्यूटीफुल वे है जो कि आप लोगों ने किया है, हम सभी लोगों ने किया है, कि वो मटेरियल को दोबारा यूज़ कर सकें। तो वही क्या, एक मैंने ड्रेस बनाया जो कि पैकिंग मटेरियल से बनाया, जो पार्ले जी वगैरह बिस्किट के किसी भी चीज़ के पैकेट है जो हम रोज़ कंज्यूम करते हैं, इसके लिए वो लोग रिस्पॉन्सिबल नहीं है, हम लोग हैं। तो उससे ड्रेस बनाया है, इसलिए कि उसमें बहुत नॉइज़ होती है, तो मुझे लगा कि ये थोड़ा अटेंशन लोगों का मिलेगा उसमें कि ये इतनी आवाज़ हो रही है और ये मटेरियल। तो कलेक्शन जो है उसमें ये सारी है। थैंक यू।
Hi, this is Shubhi, Jambu Deep. So Jambu Deep is basically about, the name itself is ancient name of India, which was proposed but not being implemented. So why this name and what the philosophy behind it is, as we all are having that similar thread of thought here, that this is all about how we used to live, how we used to celebrate, and how we used to have waste-free lives. We never had these piles and landfills and garbages and all these things. So now when we are moving towards making things faster, this industrialization and manufacturing at such pace, how do we deal with it? What gets left behind? How do we see that? And how do we see that alternative materiality becoming a feed to another industry? So all the things which I am using are, say, everyday products. Ceiling fan is everybody's everyday product. Handloom is a bit slower, but when you move to power loom, most of the things we consume today. So power loom industry creates a lot more waste than any other slower handloom industry. So basically waste from power loom industry, and then meat industry. So whatever we consume today, bones left behind, which people don't see. When we have these export industries exporting meat, what we have left behind is huge quantities of meat which take their own sweet time to decay. So how do we use these things? How do we appreciate these things? Because what's the story behind this collection?
Hi, this is Kavi from Wandering Whites. So, my collection, or I would say what I'm calling my collection, or otherwise my process, is serendipity, Basically, you can't often force things to happen, They just happen if it has to happen. So I work around these unpredictable things, which is key materials, which is one industrial waste, and I handpick all the natural stone, and I'm a traveler, so that's why it's wandering. And wandering into whites and to nowhere, So I travel, I collect these mad stones, and that is how I travel, or I go into these junkyards and collect whatever the mad stuff I can grab onto, Like in this collection I've used like gas burner, then these mash, then maybe these nut bolts, or whatever mad things can happen, AC pipes and hinges and everything, So this is again a made of hinge or something. So that's why all my collection, because I never force something to happen, because these two are so unpredictable, and I love those happy accidents, with each and every piece. whatever I have. And this is how I got these 8 pieces in the junkyard and in the natural wandering sides of mine. You know. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Megha from Curio Designs. We make really cool upcycled footwears. So this collection is really inspired from summer spring flowers iris and how interestingly they are arranged in a spring garden. So this is like how we displayed it in form of a product. We used waste discarded rubber tires, rubber tubes, old buttons, blood waste fabric, old saris silk. So what I believe, it's a kind of message also to whoever are going to listen this. So in this era of consumerism, like people, they buy things very blindly. When they're buying it, I guess like, you need to put a little thought in that, and whatever you're buying, what will happen to that after you throw it, or most of the things you just buy and never use and just throw it in. So you should think of their life after you just throw that. So yes, it's just, you can say, an initiative in form of a beautiful product where you accept a product but with a meaningful thought. Thank you.
My name is Fiona Wright. My husband Praveen Nayak for the Stitching Project. We live in rural Rajasthan. When we first moved there, we noticed that there's a lot of need for work, and particularly for the women in the area, there's no opportunity to leave the village and earn some income. So starting with what we could find around, which was second-hand saris, I started trying to train some of the local women to stitch some things that we could perhaps sell. My Hindi is really poor, my Marwari is non-existent, so I had to drag Praveen along with me to help. And then in time, we've built up now, we have over 80 women that stitch with us to their capacity level. So they work about 50-60% of a full-time job. We produce garments. Some of the things that you saw today, we also produce work using khadi. So our thought was to produce work and to use what was local, what is Indian, what is so beautiful in this country, and make as much work for as many people as we can. So we stitch.
I am Stefan Funari, and I was a Sari, and I like to see myself as a social change maker, because I was a Sari is based on 2 pillars. It's based on social inclusion, and it's based on sustainability. As a brand, we have a very clear position. We are a lifestyle brand, targeting stylish consumer, yet very careful about what they buy and about the sustainability of what they do in their life. We mainly produce accessories like this pocket square or this bag. That is our core business. And for this show, we wanted to try something new. We went a little bit bolder than we usually do. And I would like really that Natalie will talk about the collection, because she's the designer who is behind it.
Hello, I'm Natalie. So Stefano, the founder, had this idea that he would like I Was a Sari to work with lots of different designers and basically make it a collaboration so that we have lots of different energy and design coming into the collection. So I work with him sort of like as a curator designer, because there's many designers that aren't here today that are mainly from Italy, some here as well, who have made different aspects of the collection, from the earrings to the crisscross technique to the different bag designs. And we wanted to make a capsule collection which shows the future maybe of the sari. So how the modern woman maybe wants to take the hand down of her mother's sari and wear it today. And so it's a fusion of East and West, it's a fusion of old and new, and it's all about colour and pattern. Thank you.
How it is different from Western fashion as well as Indian fashion?
We
Okay. I didn't say at the beginning that I was a sari because whatever we do is made out of old sari. And yeah, the production is completely outsourced to women at the moment from the slums of Mumbai.
So it's completely about female empowerment and that trickling down into education and social everything else. Let's take it over. We finished? Thank you.
So the designers that you heard from today and saw their work, we brought them under this idea called reincarnations. And the idea came about when we started looking at the life cycle of fashion with our last exhibition. And we looked at farm to fiber to fabric to fashion in an exhibition that we did with Lakme Fashion Week in August of the last year. And I learned something very interesting, that clothing and fashion are the second largest polluters, especially in the Western world, second only after oil. So I thought, let's look at, we can't look at all of the pollutants along the way in the fashion life cycle, but what happens to it at the end. So what happens to the clothes after the runway, and then, you know, when we're tired of it in our closet, and what happens to waste and what do we do with it. In India, we are very blessed to have these wonderful skills and craft, talent that all of these designers have worked with. And we're very, very lucky to have not just a memory of these skills, but to really have these skills which are used in all over India because we care about waste and recycling waste. And I thought, let's really celebrate this. And that's how we all came together in reincarnations. And the idea is to celebrate the second life after the first life of fashion, and to look at something from a business perspective even that is zero waste. All of these materials from the junkyard, from the industries, from the rags, from the saris again, all of these materials have zero value, practically zero value, maybe value in terms of its weight. But I thought, what can we do that brings high value through the transformation that you saw these designers make? And, you know, value enough for us to go on the fashion show ramp. So thank you so much. My name is Radhi Parekh and run Artisans Gallery and Shop. And the work that you see here is of designers that we've been working with, and look forward to just helping everyone in this field grow. So any questions for any one of us are very welcome.
You want to do a photo op right now?
How many people are involved in the work? So Smriti gathers waste from her own artwork, and I think you have a team of 5 people maybe?
3. All are from Gujarat or?
No, everyone is from a different town.
एक्चुअली हर काम के लिए अलग ढंग के हेल्प करने के लोग चाहिए होते हैं, अलग टीम होती है। जैसे एक बार इसके पहले एक काम किया था मैंने, उसमें हमारे घर के आसपास जितने झोपड़ी में फीमेल रहती थी, जो कि दिन में खाली रहती थी, उनके साथ मिल के काम किया था। तो हर समय अलग तरह की लेबर्स थी, क्योंकि हर समय अलग मटीरियल होता है, तो हर समय डिफरेंट चीज़ चाहिए।
So should be how many people?
I think we have
50 people.
In our case, we have 50 women working.
in Mumbai.
We've got about 100 people or so directly involved in the workshop, and then we work with about half a dozen craft leaders all over the place, and then the indigo and natural dye group as well. Lots of people.
ऊपर लाइट लाइट
अरे फोटो में वो आ रहा है यार, अरे यार
सर ऊपर पाय का वाकडं गेलाय रे